Ma'am, I will start the webinar now and we are live. We are ready now, ma'am. We are live on YouTube as well. Thank you for being patient.
Ketki, you're on mute.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bhanvi. So, good evening, everyone. This is our first Mahi Talk of 2026, and many more meaningful conversation are planned during this year. So, it is my great pleasure to moderate this session with Ms. Smita Iyer. Ms. Smita Iyer brings with her over 26 years of experience, including 15 years in senior leadership, and she has stayed deeply connected to people and purpose as well. She understands that business success and people growth are not separate and they are linked with each other. And she helps leader bring the two together in a very practical way. As a founder of Decode Inspired Living, Smita works with leaders and teams to move beyond just execution, to think clearly, lead confidently, and prepare for the future. Her work creates change that is very, very meaningful and lasting. Smita is someone who helps people break past invisible limits, discover their strengths, and build something that truly matters. Not just for today, but for the future as well. Today's topic is breaking limiting beliefs. Honestly, this is something all of us deal with. Often it is not a lack of ability or opportunity that holds us back, but the beliefs we carry quietly within ourselves. Please join me in warmly welcoming Ms. Smita Iyer. Smita ji, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ketki, for that wonderful introduction
Thank you.
and setting the context as well. Yes, beliefs are something we hold on to, and everybody has that belief. I have also had many, many in the past. And how those beliefs have shaped me, how some of the beliefs have held me back, and how some of those beliefs have taken me forward. I'm going to share a small presentation which will help your viewers to understand some of the things that I hold dear to me, and how it can help them in shaping their beliefs, which are not disempowering and rather empowering. You've already given us such a great introduction. Yes, with over 26 years in the corporate world, I, along with my partner, Suhasini Sheshadri, we co-founded this company called Decode Inspired Living since April 2022. And as the name suggests, it's our passion to be with people and help them create an inspiring world. But while that looks very corporatish, a little about me as an individual, who I am behind the scene. I'm someone who works with a lot of clarity. I need to have that vision. I need to have my why. I need to have my purpose. It's only then, when I have that level of clarity, I'm able to move forward in whatever I want to do in my life. Um, uh, I'm a firm believer that learning should never stop, be it attending conferences, be it learning. It's important for me in every stage of my life. I have never stopped learning, even at this stage. If I have to sum up my entire career of 30 years, I have never stopped learning. With all of that, health plays a very, very important role. So I run small marathons. I have my yoga, meditation, which keeps me alive all throughout the day, weeks, and months and years. I have a space which keeps me happy in the work that I do. That's my space. Uh, People say that you should not talk loud about your work. Work should speak for itself. But I believe that it's important that we speak about the work that we do. Only then we'll be able to serve others. So that's a space where I had very recently attended a program where I was showcasing the work Decode Inspired Living does. And with all of that, when there is work, when there is learning, I never forget one important thing: to have that peaceful time and fun time with my family. So that's a little about me behind the scene. Uh, okay. And I firmly believe that. We are the architect and builders of our own life. And I believe that because I have been the captain of my ship, I have been able to achieve all that what you can see here. But of course, behind the scenes, there would have been a lot of limiting beliefs that we are going to talk about. Mm, a small title called Limiting Beliefs is being covered. Otherwise, there's a whole program called Lead Her Ship, which is like, how can women be the captain of their ship? And I can say this very proudly with my own experience as to how I became charge of my own life and how I became the captain of my own life. Um, so, what is a limiting belief? Uh, I don't know if participants are able to chat and write, but nevertheless, uh, yeah, you are on mute, Kitki.
You can.
I can. Okay.
Yeah.
Limiting belief has a profound impact on our lives. Uh, uh, Belief itself has a profound impact on our life, but especially which will help us move forward, which will give us opportunities when we have beliefs. But not all beliefs will help us move forward. There would be many a times some beliefs which will hold us back, which will tell us, hey, you don't have to move forward because our brains are wired to protect us. It will always tell you, hey, don't go that path. It is very risky. Hey, don't do this. It is very risky. Hey, why do you want to try? You are doing so good wherever you are. So there would be many chatters that play in our mind, which is always constantly helping and protecting us. There is a lot of research that has said that there are about close to 60,000 to 70,000 thoughts that go in our mind. And of those 60, 70,000 thoughts, there are at least 60% of the thoughts that are repetitive, and most of them are negative. Yeah. Kitki,
So
you're
we
saying
can
something?
take a pause of a minute if
Yes.
you allow me, Smita.
Yes, yes,
So
Kitki.
a warm welcome to our charming and our leadership, Miss Smita Patil. Welcome, Smita ma'am.
Thank you so much, Ketki. So sorry for joining late because I was on another call. So it just finished and then I joined. Thank you so much, Ketki, for arranging this wonderful Mahi talk with Smita Iyer. Smita Iyer, I know personally, she's very dynamic and always smiling. We share the name and even the smiling face.
Yes.
So I know her. She's a very positive and a dynamic lady, and her session will definitely help all our Mahi girls and even all the women around there who is watching this and who will watch later as well. Thank you so much
Certainly.
for joining, Smita Ayerji, and thank you, Ketki, for arranging this. Please
Thank you.
carry on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Over to
Thank
you,
you.
Smita Iyer. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yes, I remember that small conversation that we had in our office, and it was so welcoming. Well, coming back to the limiting beliefs, as I said, there are 60 to 70,000 thoughts that play in our mind, of which there are almost 60% of the thoughts which are repetitive. And most of these thoughts are negative thoughts or thoughts which limit us from moving forward. Yeah. So, for example, if I have to say that, oh, you know what, I don't have that qualification that my other friend has. That's why she is there and I am here. Yeah. So
Correct.
unknowingly, there are a lot of these thoughts that play in our mind, which is like this girl it's holding us back. It's pulling us back all the time. And if I have to really talk about our careers, whatever statements I'm going to put it across, most of them that even I have gone through. I have faced this in some point in my own careers. For example, not raising your hand for a new opportunity. Yeah. Uh, Thinking
Correct.
that I am not 100% there.
Mhm.
I need to do a little more. I'm not 100% there. But many a times, even if anybody looks at even a job interview, it is 60-70% is the skills, the competencies, the functional competencies. It is 100% about our confidence. The confidence with which we present ourselves, not overconfident or not faking it, because there is always some room for learning. And that's how I call myself a lifelong learner. This chronic self-doubt, despite having all the competence, that, hey, you know what, uh, maybe next time I was not so lucky. This was not the right time for me. I need to look at what others are doing. Constant doubting oneself about the capabilities. Over preparing. I need to give my best in this situation, and I keep on preparing myself, thinking that the time is not right for me to step into it. Staying in a safe zone. Um, uh, I'm doing so well. Why should I rock the boat? Everything is fine. My family is happy. My home, everybody is happy. I am happy. I'm getting everything. Why should I unnecessarily rock the boat? Here I will give my own example where I worked with an organization for almost 10 years, and I was really looking forward to move out of that organization and to see what's on the other side. I'm in the real estate fraternity, and and I'm talking about way back in 2006, when I was looking for many opportunities. A lot of them rejected me, and I was like, "Hey, this is interesting. What's making a lot of people reject me? What is that I am not doing, which I need to work on?" And one good thing happened. Maybe all the rejections were because, I was stepping into a real estate industry. And there again, I was told, real estate, who goes to that industry? And females for sure, no. And I was like, really? And I'm somebody who's with a very open mind. I was like, okay, people are thinking that that's not the safe space. I will create the space for myself. And that's how my first break way back in 2006 happened. A lot of times we are in that safe space because we are trying to protect ourselves. Our brain is limiting us, saying that, hey, be secure, be secure, silencing our inner voice in the room when there is a meeting happening. And probably if there are many male colleagues, then we wait for the opportunity for people to say, you know what, let them ask me something and then I will share my opinion. And many a times, again and again and again, you go for various meetings and you never get an opportunity. And you always think that I never got an opportunity to speak. And I have seen that in many, many women, always thinking, hey, I never get an opportunity to speak, undervaluing our contributions, not asking for what I deserve. Maybe it's a hike, maybe it's a role change, maybe it's that promotion. Always thinking I should have done a little better to get that extra bug or that bigger role. Mm, and and sometimes for some it never comes because if I don't value my own contribution, I believe that nobody else will value my contribution. Uh, some more. uh, Avoiding conflicts or tough conversations. If there is a conflict and I need to be assertive, I would say, oh, you know what? Let me not say this. They might not like it. I may be disliked by everybody because especially with women, we always want to be liked. And in the process of being liked, we are always trying to please everybody. We are always trying to do what others feel is right and not what we feel is right. Carrying the
Right.
emotional labor, this is very big. While women are highly emotionally intelligent women, some characteristics of an emotionally intelligent people come naturally to women. But on the other side, they carry the emotional labor of others, making others happy. Oh, they will feel bad. I should not do this. I should take care of them. I should not take care of them. In the process of taking care of everybody, we many a times uh, carry the emotional baggage.
Correct.
Internalizing system biases and failure. Here, what I mean is, um, when I'm not getting that leadership role at times, any which ways, a lot of people say that there are very few women at the top. There are very few women at the top. Many a
Correct.
times it's not that others are not giving the opportunity. How much is the effort that I am making in to be firm, to be assertive, to show my capabilities? But saying that, oh, I didn't get, maybe I was not a leadership material at that point in time. Maybe I need to do a little more. Instead of saying, am I challenging the internal systems? Maybe it's not always the systems would be great. Even when organizations are great, there may be certain systems which may be faulty. Am I willing to step up for myself? Waiting for external validation. Still, somebody else tells me, Smita, I am good. I will not say I am very good
Correct.
because I have to show humility, right?
Correct.
How can I say? People will think that, oh, she's bragging. She just wants to show off that she's good. But I can't say. Maybe I will wait for somebody 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. And if nobody says, I will think that I am no good. And I stamp myself as I couldn't achieve anything in life.
Correct.
So humility is good, but we can't confuse humility with invisibility. So you become invisible, you think that work will speak for itself. Work never speaks for itself. We have to speak for ourselves and show that and demonstrate that to others so we respect ourselves. Many a times for women, her self-worth is questioned because she always keeps thinking, am I worthy of myself? Shrinking ambitions. Where, when I'm being ambitious, when I'm showing ambition or I have a purpose or I really want to go to a certain level, oh, she's over ambitious. She's not ambitious. She's over ambitious. So we are already creating these preconceived notions in our mind. People will think I am over ambitious. I need external validations. I need to be quiet. These are some of the patterns that I have personally noticed. And in some cases, I have also been there when I was really naive and I had started off my career. Uh, Anything that's coming up for anybody?
Uh, we will start the question and answer at the end of the session.
Okay, okay. So I'll keep the 10 odd minutes
Yeah, please,
at the end,
please.
right? So all that what I spoke about the limiting belief is nothing but our inner critic. Okay. The thoughts that spiral in our mind are nothing but our inner critic. What is this inner critic? I should. For example, I used to think, oh, I should have done that XLRI program. If I would have done that, I would have been in X place. I wish I could have been guided by somebody then. I didn't receive that guidance, and hence I am wherever I am. Right? Uh, this I should and I could plays a lot of havoc in our head because here our belief is related to time, right? Oh, I should have done this then. Now I'm already 40. Who's going to give me this opportunity? Yeah. So our belief is associated with time, and thereby we hold ourselves back that it is not now the time is gone and there's no point in trying hard. Yes, but what if? This is my favorite. Um, that role, I just love that role. I really want to go into that role. But you know what? I'm not ready. What if I fail? What if people don't support me? What if I get into that role and I don't do justice? What if my work-life balance gets impacted? The and what if continues. The other is I'm too much, which means if I show my emotional part of it, people will think I am too sensitive.
Correct.
If I ask for something, people will say I am too demanding. If I show my work, people will say I am too self-promoting. So the whole aspect of I am too much comes in the way of our real potential. And that's when a lot of people, and especially women, are not able to uh, demonstrate their, forget about full potential, the true potential. Uh, I always, or I never, I mess up things always. I never get this opportunity. I have worked so hard, but people are never able to see my capability. These are some of the things that we keep telling ourselves in many, many ways, even in personal spaces. If I tell my mother, husband, whatever, that I want to do this, they will say, what's the need? But what if they just reject my idea of me wanting to grow? So there are many things that happen both in our personal and professional life, which comes in the way of becoming the true person that we are.
That
But
will increase the inferiority complex in ourselves.
absolutely, absolutely. And I've seen that playing. People look at, because of all this, I start feeling inferior within me, right?
Correct.
Because I've started feeling inferior, the external part of me also looks inferior, right? Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Ketki. But the good news is that there is a solution. And, whoever is hearing, for them, they can also think for a minute where all these inner critics show up in my personal and professional life, where all this is coming up. Even when it's there in our head and I'm quickly noting down on a piece of paper, I will be able to recall, oh, these are the areas that my inner critic is so strong that I'm not able to move forward. Of course, as I said, that there is a good news. While there is an inner critic, there is something called an inner mentor. The point is, when that inner critic shows up, how can I become an inner mentor for myself? We speak about mentors in our life, but here I can be a mentor for myself. So, for example, the inner critic job is to keep you safe. Don't do this, don't do that. That is risky. You are doing a good job. Be safe. That's the job of an inner critic, to keep us very safe. But an inner mentor at the same time helps you soar. So you can say, okay, what is this trying to tell me? I want to apply for this role, or I know within the organization, this role is very good and I am capable of. Inner critic is saying, no, what if they reject my proposal? Inner mentor says, hey, what are you protecting me? Okay, I know I am ready. I have worked really hard. I want to give it my best shot. Thank you for keeping me safe, but I am going to give my best shot. So the inner mentor dialogue helps us soar. The inner critic focuses on flaws. You are not good. You are not capable. Don't do this. Whereas the inner mentor reminds me, hey, Smita, do you remember? You have taken so many challenges in your life. In this space, you really challenge that belief and see how you did well. Now it helps me remind, and also it's like it's presenting me with a gift, that is the opportunity that's coming in my way. And thereby I'm saying, hey, that's a great opportunity. I need to go and pick that up. I need to do this. You know, I was I was vacationing somewhere in the month of November, and somebody was doing that bungee jumping. Yeah. And I was like, for all it. I mean, I love adventure. And at the same time, I had my family, and they were like, no, 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 you can't do this. You can't do this. So it was like four versus one, right? I, so then, let go. Okay. So this is again, okay, it's for them, right? Okay. They don't feel safe. So let me back out. Yeah. So that's again the inner critic. Okay, they don't feel safe. So I am carrying the emotional baggage of others in that, I want them to be happy. I don't want me to be happy. That's selfishness, right? Urge to hide. So I will hide myself. I will not show myself upfront. Maybe a few years back, maybe 10, 15 years back, probably I would have never dreamt of coming on a live show like this and talking, thinking that, what, that's not for me. What if I fumble? What if I'm not making sense for anybody? Right? So I will hide myself and do a lot of work behind the scene. But this compels you to shine. Hey, maybe I might make some mistake, but somebody has given this opportunity. Can I grab this opportunity? Yeah. Compare self with others. She is better than me. She has more capability. She is more qualified. This I'm compassionate. Whatever skills I have, whatever I have, it is my strength, and I will double down on that strength. So there is mediocrity in being an inner critic, but there is aliveness when I am using the inner mentor. When I'm doing this, I'm feeling so lively. I don't feel I'm a mediocre person. This is not stemming out of any arrogance. This is stemming out of my self-worth and the confidence in myself. So I always challenge the status quo, which means after working for 26 years in the corporate, moving to an entrepreneurial role wherein there is absolutely no background in my family of anybody being an entrepreneur, going back to zero was also challenging the status quo and exploring the other side of the world, the entrepreneurship world, right? So inner critic will be very loud. It will ask you to shut yourself, like say, don't do it. It will be very loud. But as an inner mentor, what I am doing in my personal space, in my professional space now is I'm very quietly and persistently following my dream every single day. Yeah. So there is always this choice. But the point is, how can this looks good? There has to be some ways to do this, right? I know you're telling me about inner mentor, but what is the way to do this? Yeah. So that's where there are some simple strategies, very simple strategies. One is generally when there is an inner critic, first is to pause. As I say, when you are stressed out, you pause and take a deep breath. Likewise, you're when there is your inner critic loud and saying that, hey, don't do that. The very simple way is to pause and say, oh, it's not about me. It's my inner critic voice. I'm hearing the voice of an inner critic. When I say that, I have labeled that it's just an inner critic. It is not about me, my capability, my confidence. So when I'm just labeling it as it is my inner critic, I will be able to move forward to what that inner mentor can tell me. Yeah, that's the first step. Pause and say that, hey, I'm hearing something that's my inner critic. Very simple, can be done. But everything requires conscious practice. We all are we have formed certain habits for ages because our limiting beliefs are also out of our past experiences, right? So you can't just dismantle everything. So initially, there is a conscious choice and a pause one has to take to remember that, hey, this is my inner critic and this is not me. Now, the second step is again moving from that I to your inner critic. I am not I am not that person who is not confident, but it is the inner critic freaking out. I am not freaking out, saying that, oh God, how can I come out of this situation? I am not freaking out. The inner critic is freaking out. This is the general philosophy of managing or a strategy to manage the inner critic. But now, what we are going to do is we are going to look at the day to day situations. in day-to-day life, when an inner critic pops up, how can I manage that inner critic? And I'm going to share about 4 or 5 strategies depending on the time. These strategies can be used anytime in your life. Anytime, in any situation, you can use a combination of 1 or 2, you can use only one. Whatever you feel, whichever strategy is useful for you, you can pick up. There is no hard and fast rule that this strategy is applicable for this. Okay. I will also give a couple of my own examples. So, strategy number 1, when, say for example, there is such opportunity that has come in front of me, and my people at home, or even in my organization, my colleagues have vehemently opposed, saying that don't take this up. Okay, now I am thinking about it, and I am also absorbing it. Now I've started believing, oh, I should not take this. Oh, I should not take this. So this is risky. The moment that inner critic voice steps up in your mind, the simple thing is asking the inner critic, what are you trying to do right now? What are you protecting me from? Um, Maybe you're protecting me from failing. Yeah. Maybe you're protecting me because you feel I may not do justice, and I should not make myself visible. People know you for the X work you are doing. Now, if people know that this Y work you are not doing, you will be known for being incompetent. So you're protecting me from demonstrating my incompetence. Whatever is the story that is coming to your mind, what is that you are protecting me from? And the best thing to do is saying, hey, thank you. Thank the inner critic. Thank you so much. And now I know what all I have to do. I've already prepared myself for that, and I'm going all out. So if I have to go back to my entrepreneurship example, I was like, there were a lot of people. I have a lot of well-wishers, and I really thank them for being in my life. Smita, you're doing really well. And you've established yourself. What makes you rock the boat? Literally, they felt I'm rocking the boat, and maybe I was rocking the boat. And when I sat back, I used multiple of these strategies. What am I trying to protect myself from? Protect myself from the fame, the so-called fame that that I have, or people have given me that fame. Um, what about my passion to work with a lot of women? What about my passion to work with multiple organizations and developing people? Because my purpose is all about helping people, because people are at the center of all the organization. What about that? And I told myself, uh, what if it works? And that's going to be the other strategy. What if it works? You know, I I will I will thank myself, and I will thank all the people around, right? So first trying and understanding what is that I'm protecting myself from. Yeah. And then saying, thank you very much. I know you are helping me. I have covered myself for all these things. The second strategy, this is again one of my favorite strategy, is the personal board of directors, which means have people around you who you feel trust you and you trust them. And I have such few people in my life. In any situation, I will go all out and I will talk to them. And they are my real personal board of directors, because they will also give me constructive feedback, critical feedback in a very constructive manner. They will tell me, Smita, these are the areas you need to work on. They'll not tell me, Smita, you're not good at it. Smita, these are the areas you need to work on. And then please go ahead, do this, do that. So they may just not advise me, but their advice is in a manner that it will uplift me. Yeah, it will not pull me down. So have board of directors, personal board of directors who will uplift you and not discourage you. Yeah. Strategy number, oh, sorry, jumped. Strategy number 3 again, my favorite, which I said, what if? What if this fails? What if this entrepreneurial journey fails? What if I take that new role and I'm not able to do justice? What if I'm not able to balance my time between my home and the work because the new role has a lot of pressure? I am probably a new mother. What if this assignment mm, is such that I have to work odd hours? But the point is, what if whatever I said is the negative part of it? How can I turn this what if into a positive? So what I shared was all the worst case scenarios. Now, what's the best case scenario? What if when I take this role, I am I'm able to demonstrate the capabilities which nobody has seen? What if I take up this entrepreneurial role and I'm able to impact lives of, say, thousands of people? When I am looking at the best case scenario, that's when I find the best case solutions for myself. So whenever I think, what if it fails? Pause. What if the opposite happens? Now, how can you think of the opposite when you know what is that you want in that role, or what is that you want in that new thing that you are trying to do? Everybody will look for success. Everybody will look for more confidence. Everybody will look for more learning. So whatever you actually want, that becomes your what if, rather than the worst case scenario. Strategy number 4, the 1% truth. Whatever I am saying, what is the 1%? If I'm saying that, I can't do it, or to I can do it, the I can to the I can't, if you remove the T, then it becomes I can. Impossible also says I am possible, right? So likewise, what is that 1% truth? What is the 1% value you are going to take? This is a stretch for me. I am going back to zero and I'm starting something on my own. This is going to be a stretch for me. But in that stretch, I am going to learn something new. That is what the 1% truth. I want to transition into my dream career. Entrepreneurship is also a dream career. Now, the inner critic might say, what if I broke? What if I'm not able to earn anything? The voice of fear or the inner critic. Yeah, I have personally gone from, say, for example, 100 to a 0. It's not easy to start an entrepreneurial journey. But what's making this possible for me? I am transitioning into my dream role. How can I make that possible? And when I make that possible, what will be the impact of that on me? That's what. So one is driven by fear and the other is driven by trust. Of course, competence, but even if I'm competent, my trust can pull me down. So one is driven by fear and the other is driven by trust. Uh, so for all the viewers, it's 4:45. I will leave some time for the questions. There was one more, but I will park that. Uh, for all the viewers, today, as you heard this conversation, pick up one thing that you feel is your inner critic, anyone, and then see which strategy you want to apply. Is it the 1% truth? What's the 1% truth when I become successful? Is it the what if? What if the negative belief to what if the positive one? Or who is my board of director with whom I can reach out to? and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. What do you think I could do in this situation? As I mentioned, be careful about your board of directors. You need board of directors that can uplift you. And the first strategy, which was be compassionate. Be compassionate about your self-worth and find out what is this protecting you with. And tell yourself that, I have got myself covered, because our minds are only going to protect us from taking risks in life. That's the job of a limiting belief or an inner critic. You can be at any stage in your life. But if we follow these simple rules, maybe it will help you move one step today, two step tomorrow, three step, four step, and five steps in your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A request to all the participants, please put your questions in the chat box. I will read it for you.
So meanwhile, I would like to speak to Smita ji. Smita, what do you feel? I understand this inner critic is always pulling us back. So it is, you feel all about our thought process and what we think, right? So I feel meditation definitely helps a lot in same, which through meditations we can control our thoughts, and that is the most important thing. Let it be negative, positive, or whatever. So in meditation, when you go thoughtless, so that's the point I feel you are into the different world. So as I'm practicing since more than a decade, so I really feel that that is the most important thing. And the way you have given as the details of how you can control your critics and how you can think positive and not to think bad or compete with anyone. Why I'm bad? Why looking into the negative things of yours. So definitely that will help us to think positive, only positive about yourself. Thanks a lot. It is so wonderful. So apart from this, what do you feel will help you a lot to control your this negative thinking?
So thank you for that. Yes, meditation helps. I have been practicing yoga meditation for definitely not a decade, but for at least 4 years, 5 years now. And I know how it has immensely helped me control my chatters. See, our mind is a chatterbox. We we cannot stop thinking. That's how the machine called the brain has been made, right? But what it helps is it helps manage the chatters. The quality of your thinking improves immensely. So, for example, if I was wanting to go for a meeting, I was seeking a meeting from an ex person, and that ex person did not give me uh, that meeting timeline or whatever, in spite of I asking multiple times. Maybe the old Smita would have said that, you know what, they don't care, or maybe I am not worth it. But today, with practice, practicing and managing the inner chatters, I'm like, hey, you know what? They may be really busy. I need to probably look at ways how I can find different methods to reach out and share my thoughts. So this time, what I did, I said, hey, you know what? I have certain thoughts in my mind, and I really want to share those thoughts with you, and I'm seeking an in-person meeting with you. It will not be more than 30 to 40 minutes. And hey, boom, I was wanting the meeting probably this week, next week, and I got the meeting the very next day. If I would have thought, hey, let it be, or leave it, nobody will give meeting, they are all big people, leave it, let me see something else, probably I would have missed that opportunity. right? I used to call myself an introvert. I am an introvert, yeah, but I used to tell myself an introvert, and I, because of my nature of being an introvert, I said, because I'm an introvert now, I can't go and talk to a lot of people. I can't network with people. They network so flawlessly, right? What I did, I showed that the small vision board. In 2025, I carved out a plan only to network with people with no agenda. There was nothing called I need to take something from you. Maybe I can give something which is noble, for a noble cause. But I set out that I will meet X number of people. And you know what? Because I set out that intention that I am going to meet, I actually met more than double the number of people that I envisaged.
Perfect. Very nice. Very nice. Of course, the people help you to learn. It's a cross learning whenever you are meeting someone. So recently, just last week, I met few of the officers and we were discussing the same thing. We discussed that, yeah, how important it is to have a good people around you. You should know your network should be good, and even for the kids when we are putting them into the schools and classes, even choosing a proper society to stay. So we all think about the network. We all think about how our surroundings will be. So the same way your thought process also works. And definitely, Smita, I agree with you that it is important for you to meet more people, understand, and then you will understand the world in different way. You can look into actually their lenses and understand how they think about certain things. And people only teach us a lot of thing in life, and each and every person we meet, that's the person I feel is a guru for us. They teach us either the positive or the negative things, whatever. So few of them will teach you what to do, and few of them will teach you what not to do. So that's a very important thing. And take the positive things from people, and it actually help you to grow as well. And it doesn't happen कि मैं बस रात में सोई थी और मुझे कुछ सपना आया और मैंने कुछ वंडर्स करके दिखाया, ऐसे नहीं होता है. यू मीट पीपल, यू अंडरस्टैंड, यू लर्न, and the more you do the network, your how what kind of people you meet, so that's also a most important thing. And I strongly agree with you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's why they say
Smita.
network is your net worth. I learned it late in my life with one of the inner critique that I am an introvert. And I had to bear the brunt of saying that repeatedly to myself till the time I changed the narrative.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Smita, I have a question for you. So many female leaders are facing boys' club culture or glass ceiling. So, how to come out from this issues uh, by building a self-belief?
Yeah. Um, they say women have broken the glass ceiling if at all somebody has reached a certain level. Uh, I've come to a belief that there is no ceiling.
Okay,
Yeah. Ceiling again would create a boundary by saying
correct.
that, I am here, I have to come here, so I have broken that glass ceiling. I am saying there is no ceiling.
Okay.
When there is no ceiling, and I look at myself that there is no ceiling, and I am the one who's going to take charge of my life. Yeah, I am the captain of my ship. I will not wait for validations of others to say how good I am and how capable I am. When I am putting the decision on others to say that how good I am or how capable I am, that's when I am stopping myself. That's the first thing. Uh, when when I came in this profession of human resources, uh, I'm not I'm not demeaning any qualification. That qualification is very important. I will not say IIM Ahmedabad nahi hai to kya hua. Nahi. They are very good institutions. They are building brilliant people, or brilliant people are coming out of these large institutions. But just because I didn't have that qualification does not mean that I can't step up and do something about my life. That's the only thing. And be a lifelong learner. Learning should not stop. Many a times I've also seen this in women that um, they restrict themselves. Why I want abhi, I've already done so much of studies. Now I have so many things to cater to. Family is there, office is there. I have to travel so far. Oh, I'm really very happy about whatever I'm doing. When they start doing that, that's when they don't get opportunities, because in their mind they are content. Now only when I am not content with what I am doing is where I will start looking at the next big and the next big and the next big. I did not envisage myself as being entrepreneur probably 30 years back. Never. I didn't even dream of it. It was few years back that's, they speak about glass ceiling, right? So for me, there is no ceiling. For me, what is next? And the next was this. So no ceiling, believe, uh, uh, develop your capabilities. Be a lifelong learner. If you are that, you will open up different perspective. You will build your confidence, and that's where you will be able to reach wherever you want to reach.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Any questions? There are no questions, Smita ji. So we will conclude this session, and I would like to thank you for this wonderful and very, very important topic. And thank you so much on behalf of Naredko Mahi, and all the attendees.
Thank you.
Smita
And
ma'am,
I would just
like
like
to
to
add
close with
something.
one thing. Yeah, I'll just like to close with one thing for all the women who are listening. Uh, as I mentioned, I had picked up one leaf out of our program called Leadership. This is basically how women can be the captain of their ship. I have been the captain of my ship with all the ups and the downs in my life. This is a program which will help women become the captain of their ship. So, just in case anybody is looking forward to knowing what this program is all about, I am available on LinkedIn. They can reach out to me. It's a great platform. We've already worked with almost 100 plus women in this space. And my whole purpose is to bring in, uplift the capabilities and potential of women. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, and wish all the women who are listening to this conversation all the very best. And they're already great. They just need to tap into their potential.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Smita ma'am. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Smita ma'am. Thank you, Dr. Ketki. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.